I just need you to know that effort is non-refundable. Kind of in the same way that time is. Don't think of it as money because you can make that back, but once you put effort into something, it doesn't go anywhere. No matter the outcome, no matter the circumstances, effort is non-refundable. So you have to treat it like your energy, treat it like your time, and understand that how much of it you put in terms of extremities or prioritization, maybe not doing what's needed of you, not having the boundaries to know when enough is enough or when you simply need to step back, is just as important as what it is you're putting that effort into. So that was the message. As far as channel messages go, I didn't actually have the full message. Oh, I'm shuffling. King of Pentacles just popped out. Love that. Yeah. So, like I said, value. And it's actually more valuable than money itself. Time, effort, your energy, all those things that can't be given back to you in a sense. You can't recreate it. You just have to use what's left over. Yeah, when those 10 seconds pass by, you don't get to go back and redo it. You just have to use the time that's left in front of you. You don't get to go back and take your energy. You just have to choose to pull back in that moment and disperse it better moving forward. But I'm seeing that a lot of you know that, and you're going to get better with that. Okay? But I was just doing a shuffle. Earlier when I was shuffling the cards, just kind of getting the energy of the deck ready, what was that kept popping out? What is this? Ooh, what was that kept popping out? The Eight of Swords in reverse. It popped out back to back. Like it popped out, I shuffled it, it popped out again. So what I really want y'all to understand is that, oh, and then right after that, the Strength in reverse popped out. And initially I saw it as, okay, got it. Like they're releasing the fears that are going to be whatever's going on in this message. Because I didn't get the whole thing. But you are releasing the fears, the boundaries, the self-imposed restrictions, the rules that you make up in your head that nobody says you have to follow but you. You are releasing that in search of finding the things that deserve your energy, that deserve your effort, that deserve the value that you are well aware of holding, and that understand your value from the jump, without explanation, without a PowerPoint slide visual. They just see it, they understand it, and they treat it as preciously as it actually is. Now, while I was talking, what popped out was the Hermit and the Empress, okay? So I'm hearing that you may have to take a step back and kind of tap in with yourself, understand where you are now, what ways you could be showing up better as far as the version of yourself you see yourself being, because unless you're that version of yourself, the things that you desire will have a hard time aligning to you. And whatever does happen to fall into your lap, you could not be disciplined enough to maintain it. And who wants that, right? But I see you taking a step back and tuning in with yourself and allowing that internal flame that you haven't been tending to do its part, you know, pouring into yourself and allowing yourself to find fulfillment in the areas that actually call you. And I said areas, but it's another word I was looking for. The spaces. It's right on the tip of my tongue too. But there are places, activities, things, people that you're being called to, positions, okay, fields that you're being called to and that you feel yourself pulling to, but it's always a but, you know? And I see you just taking the time to tap in and figuring out what it is that you need for your light to shine at its brightest, and then using that light to guide yourself forward. And in doing so, in tending to that light, you make yourself the most creative you've ever been. To people, to opportunities, to the very things that you are currently manifesting, they come to you like a moth to a flame. Because you take the time to nurture yourself. and tend to yourself and make sure that you are fulfilled as a whole before you focus on any external needs or validations. And that's what the fuck I'm talking about, okay? Anything else in relation to this? Because this already feels like a short one. I don't think I'm gonna be on y'all's screen very long. But I have missed you. Oh, I've had an ear infection, so I just haven't been as talkative. But it felt significant to point out that, like, you have to be careful. 1 second. You have to be careful of what people are putting in your ear, especially in terms of this new opportunity, path that you're seeking, this new field, whatever it is. Not necessarily that it breaks tradition, but it could just go against what other people believe is right for you. And I'm hearing that, truthfully, at the end of the day, although you may appreciate that input and appreciate that feedback, the only person that can answer a question for you, make a decision for you, is yourself in terms of what's going to make you happy. No one actually knows how you feel. And if there's a certain vision that you have to understand that God gave it to you. Now, yes, he will give 3 people an idea and leave it up to them to figure out who's going to take off with it first. But in terms of your vision, how you see it played out, every single detail at the most microscopic level, only you have that vision, and that's why it's called a vision, okay? So only you can be the one to step up and spread it out for the world to see, okay? Now you had 2 cards come out, and that was the Tower in the reverse, and then the Ten of Wands. So I think that's so beautiful. I've told y'all before, the Ten of Wands represents a man who has just kind of put all these burdens on himself, and he's very close to the finish line. His destination, his stopping point is right in the background. He can see it from where he is, but he can't even look up straight because he's put so much on his plate. He is at the point of exhaustion, like ready to collapse when he gets there. And oh, that's perfect, because I just told y'all to be careful of the effort that you're putting in and having the wisdom to know when you need to be putting it in, when you need to be pulling it back, and if something is worth your effort at all. It is non-refundable. He can't retrace his steps and take off some of the load. It's too late. But moving forward, he can have the conscious mind that, you know what, maybe only 3 wands is enough. Maybe 5 wands is enough. Or maybe I can delegate. Let me get a mule to help me carry this next time, because I am but one person. And don't think of these wands as just physical things. These are your emotions, other people's expectations, other people's approvals, the weight of trying to do everything yourself when it was never your responsibility, emotional tolls, mental tolls, that shit that keeps happening at work. There's so much that is out of your control, yet you put it on your plate as if it's something that you can fix, as if it's something that is your responsibility, and it's not. Tend to you. And if you have people that depend on you, you have to understand that no one is going to get the best version of you if you are not first showing up for yourself, okay? Now, with this Tower in the reverse, we all know what the Tower normally represents. And while this can really be a good thing in the upright, even in the upright, I do want you to understand that whatever obstacles you have to face throughout this journey, in the process of hurting people's feelings because you're deciding what's best for you, you will be able to overcome that, okay? When you choose yourself, it's always the best route. Don't worry about who falls off, what conflict is created, who doesn't approve. Baby, you're not living this life for you. I mean, well, somebody isn't, but you're not living this life for others. They have their own life to live. And some of you needed to be reminded of that to get in line and make sure that you are taking care of yourself, putting yourself first, prioritizing yourself. How are you supposed to be celebrating at the finish line with a hunchback? You're not. You're going to be laid out on that finish line floor, and they're going to be pouring water bottles over your head. Get it together. I don't condone that energy, okay? I love being here with y'all. I love everybody that comes comes across my path and is a part of my journey. Whether you just heart, comment, save the video, enjoy my presence, and keep it moving. Like, I absolutely love every single one of y'all. I appreciate you, and I hope that you have an amazing day, okay? An amazing rest of your week. Today is the full moon, so make sure to take advantage of this energy. You have 3 days, today, tomorrow, and the day after. Take time to tune in and tap into that beautiful Leo full moon energy, okay? It's time to step up and be confident. I did tell y'all that I got that strength in the reverse, so you know what to do. All right? Love y'all. Bye.